Tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you do, and how did you start making art?
Okay, I try to keep it short so that everyone has a chance to talk here today, because sometimes I like to talk when I'm a little bit nervous. Well, I'm Mandy, and I actually work for a food startup, and I'm the head of sales and marketing there. So art is my passion that I do in my free time, when I do have free time. And the way how it started, I always loved to draw, play with color, paint when I was younger as a child, but then when I went to college, into the corporate world, I kind of lost touch with that side of me. So, I don't know, I think in like 10 years ago, 9 years ago, I felt like I went to a retreat and to discover my passion again. My partner, he's into music, and I felt like, well, he does his music, I should do something for myself too. So, but I didn't know what to do, where to start, so I went to a retreat, and they asked this simple question: what did you love to do when you were a child? And I love to do art, and I'm like, I guess that's my calling, or my, green light to start exploring that again. And I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I'm very impatient. So I'm not good with realistic, because I feel like it just takes too long. I'm someone who loves instant gratification. So I started, and I was always drawn to abstract. So I thought this could potentially be my what I'm gonna do. Anyway, long story short, my partner, he found a great documentary. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Gerhard Richter. He's a very famous German artist, still alive today, so one of the most successful living artists. And he used a smudging technique with a squeegee. And when I saw that documentary that came out, I think 2012, I just fell in love with it. I just fell in love with the technique. It was like, something for me to try out, and that's what you can see here, actually, in those two paintings, where I used those smudging techniques. And you use the brushes, but mainly you use a squeegee, to work with the colors afterwards. And that's how I started. And I just got a lot of positive reactions from friends, co-workers, and well, here we are.
So this year, what's the one thing you'd like to achieve as an artist?
This year, well, I am a working professional, so and we are living in New York City, where we know space is not something that we have a lot of. So it has been challenging to just keeping up. I do prefer working on large canvases, and unfortunately in a small shoebox it's hard to paint those things. So over the years, I started also experiment with other mediums. Something that I became like super excited about is charcoal work. I actually have one piece in the back of my bag somewhere over there that I can pull out later to show you. So that's something that I want to explore a little bit more. My boss, who is very supportive of my work, and he's a fan, and he's supposed to be here, but I think he's a little bit late. He actually said, do whatever you need to do, and you can use the office anytime, because the work that I'm doing is not only, you need space, but it's also messy, and you don't want to do that in your living room. So I'm really grateful that he offers the office space for me to do it. So my goal is to get back into, working with other mediums, doing some more charcoal work, and just continue. I think that's the hardest part sometimes, especially if you do art on the side, it can be hard, and you lose sight of it when you're busy with your everyday life.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.